Hello folks, Double Tap here and welcome back to the channel. It's now day 3, so what I was going to do today is I'm going to add this. It's the Wilko red grape juice concentrate, and this offers the fruit winemaker added body, smoothness, extra acidity, provides an ideal source for yeast nutrients and grape sugars, and produced from Italian grapes. These are from Wilko. They're not the cheapest of things. I think these are about £4 each, but our wine is looking pretty good. I'll give you a quick look at that. It's a beautiful deep colour, and the airlock has been bubbling away proper nicely. So what I'll do is I'll go through what we've got to do. So on day 3, top up to 4.5 litres, which should be around there. So we're going to add a bit more water to it in a minute. Allow the fermentation to carry on for another 7 days. Once fermented, we've got the rest of the things to add, like the wine stabiliser. We've got the actual black cherry flavouring, and of course lastly is the wine finings, but we've got to wait until this is totally fermented out. I'll zoom the camera in so you can have a little look what we're doing here. Right then, here we go. And I think you should be able to see it pretty well from that angle. So let's move that so I can actually see it. Okay. Let's have a little smell. Okay. Smells, doesn't smell like, it's very faint acidity and vinegary. So here we go. Here's our grape concentrate. Pour that in, like so. And as you can see, we've still got a bit in there, so I'm going to rinse it. Right. Want all of this out of this tub if we can get as much as we can. That'll be proper sweet. Okay. Right, I think we've got as much out of that as what we're going to get. I'm going to top it up to 4.5 litres, so I'm going off camera. And I'll be back quite soon. Okay, I think we're round about in the vicinity of where we want to be. Let's bung that back on. Make sure it's in nice and tight because we don't want no nasties going in there. Okay then, right. So anyway, we've got everything done that we need to be doing. It's going to take at least another week for this to totally ferment out. Then we're going to carry it on and do all the rest of the stuff. So I'm not going to say bye for now, because what I'll do is I'll make this into one long video where we're adding everything together, but I'll give you one last look at this. There we go, and you can see that was the old water line there. So we've gone up to around 4.5 litres, around that mark. Doesn't have to be spot on 4.5 litres. as long as you go with basically what the pictures are telling you on here. It's about 3/4 full for the demijohn. So it's only going to be a few seconds for you, but it's going to be at least a week for me before we do the rest. It's now been 18 days since we made this wine. It only stopped fermenting a couple of days ago, and I wanted to let it settle. We've done other things like added the concentrate and we let it carry on ferment. It did say 7 days, but it's proper run over this as. What we're doing now is adding the black cherry concentrate. Well, it says wine flavouring black cherry, 73 grams. In here it says flavouring sachet D. So let's get this bung off. Do you know what? I'll zoom in to the demijohn so you can see it a little bit better, I think. Let's have a look. And okay, not going to go too far in with it, just enough so you can see it basically. So right, as you can see, we had a bit come out on the neck. Not that bothered about it, I just cleaned the bottom of the bottle. Okay, so I want to put this on somewhere a little bit cleaner, so we'll whack that on some kitchen roll. Right. Okay, and really I should have got one of my funnels. Let's pour this in nice and gentle. And you might have noticed I've left a good bit from the top of the neck because we'll be putting in the finings and things like that. But first, I want to try and get all of this concentrate out of there. So, got a bit of water in the bag. Swish it around a little touch. See if we can get a bit more out of here. Hopefully we will. I'm going to try and pour it. So that's it. Okay. I think we've got pretty much as we're going to get out of there. There is a little bit left in there, but we've done what we can to get it out. And that is what matters. So I'll put the bung back in. Oh, hold on a minute. That is smelling quite tasty. So let's zoom this back out. And can you see me? I've cut my head off. Okay. Right then, as per the instructions, it says once fermenting is complete, empty the contents of flavouring sachet D into the demijohn and gently shake and leave it for another 24 hours. So all I'm going to do is put a bit of movement in there. I'm not going to put tons in because just remember it's got to be degassed. We've got to have a ton of sediment at the bottom of this demijohn. So obviously you're going to see bubbles and that come up there, but trust me, it's totally fermented out this has. I've been watching it for a good few days now, so okay. I think we're going to leave it at that. We're going to leave it 24 hours and then we've got to put in the wine stabiliser and yeah, a couple of other things, folks. So I'll leave it for 24 hours and we'll be right back. It's now been 24 hours since we put in our cherry flavouring, so let's go back to the instructions After 24 hours, at this time, empty the contents of wine stabiliser C, which is that one, sachet into a clean cup, add cold water and mix to dissolve. So I know that this cup, it's all nice and sterilised because I've done it, same with the spoon. So let's open this up and get it in there. Let's have a look. It's like a very white powder. Okay. Not sure if you're gonna see that in there. So let's get that in our glass. Let's make sure it's all in there. Okay, that's the lot. It's just sitting in the bottom of the glass at the minute. I'm going to try and dissolve all of this into the water. Okay, looks like it's dissolving pretty easy, but in all honesty, I didn't use cold water. I've used very tepid, not lukewarm, but a little bit warmer water. Okay, that lot has totally dissolved. Let's get our bung out. Okay. Put that there. And pour it in. Right, it does also say to rinse out the glass and put just a touch more in there. Okay, that's that done. Nice glass, isn't it? Direct from the local pub. Right then, I'm going to put that in there for a second while I carry on with this. Add a little cold more water, mix to dissolve. Add to the wine, rinse out the cup with a little more water, pour the contents of the wine finings directly into the demijohn and gently swirl. And then, well, we'll take it up from there, we'll put the finings in first. Because if you notice, this is getting pretty high now. That's our wine finings. There we go. Let's try and get this down because it's proper full. This packet could have been done with being a little bit bigger. Excuse me. Let's try and do that. Okay, we've got a nice hole. I'm sorry that you're not really going to see this, but the finings are all going in. I want to make sure I get a lot out of there. Just turn that so we can give it a loving squeeze. Okay, I think that's the lot. Right, put that back. And gently swirl it. So give it a little swirl. Okay, I think that should do it. Right then, it does say, over the next 24 hours, regularly shake the demijohn gently and it will remove all the carbon dioxide. It's like degassing it. That has built up during the fermentation. Transfer the demijohn to a cool place and let it to stand undisturbed to clear. This may take up to 10 days depending on the temperature. When it's crystal clear, it's now saying, siphon it directly from the demijohn into sterilised bottles. Take care not to disturb the sediments, corks, plastic stoppers, etc. So, there's no way we're ever going to know if this is clear. It's not like a Cabernet Sauvignon where it's quite a light, you know, this one's dark. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll leave it. Generally with the Finings, it's better the longer you leave it. With the lighter wines, when you look at them, you can see the sediment dropping day by day, and some people do photographs where they'll show it you dropping, and you can see it clearing up. There's no point me doing that with this, because look how dark it is. You're never going to see it. What I will say is I am going to leave it a good few days, and probably, I don't know, I reckon at least a week I'm going to leave that to settle. Then when it comes to the bottling, it'll obviously, I'm going to transfer it into something else by filtering it. I might filter it a couple of times, maybe 2 or 3, because I don't have one of those wine filter mechanism things. I can't think what they're called, but you've probably seen them on other channels. I don't have one of them. I'll use my sediment trap, and we'll just come down, and then we'll bottle it up from there, I think. So I think I'm going to leave it there for this one. The next stage in this video series will be the actual bottling, and I think we'll take it from there, folks. So hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and a like, and subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. I'm Double Tap, and I'll catch you in the next episode, so bye for now.